One word that comes to my mind when I talk about Hedera Hashgraph is uniqueness. It is unique in every sense, and I am sure that sometimes you would have also stopped and thought about what makes you different from others. What is your uniqueness? Well, Hedera Hashgraph is no exception to that. It was recently in the news because a few days back, the most important figure in the crypto world, Elon Musk, has said something about Hash Ledger in a video conference, and a recent tweet from a founding member of Hedera confirms that Elon Musk's reference to Hash Ledger is referring to Hedera Hashgraph. Now, this is only one instance, but I think Hedera Hashgraph has always been relevant in the news because of its work and also its partnerships. Whether to build a warning system for Syrian people to save them from bombing, or to work in Bahrain to develop a medical supply chain, whether to make a green and clean ecosystem, or to become an important option for central banks all around the world to make digital coins, that is CBDC. You just name it, and someone is already working to make it happen in the Hedera. That's why Hedera stands apart from the rest of the blockchain technologies, and in the near future, this quality of helping people will trigger HBAR to grow exponentially. Hello and welcome to Crypto's Monopoly. My name is Daksh and this is the 100x Crypto series. In this episode of the 100x Crypto series, I will tell you everything you need to know about Hedera Hashgraph. By the way, I have already added episodes on few amazing undervalued projects. So if you haven't watched those videos yet, then you can check it out by clicking the I button. And also, I keep on adding these amazing videos, one project every week. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new episodes. Now, let us first start by understanding what is Hedera, how does it work, and its partnerships. And at the end, I will tell you a major problem this project has got. So make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. Now, what if on Earth at any moment, anyone could just wave their hand and carve out a world of their own in cyberspace? That would be amazing, right? Well, these are not my words. This is the quote of Dr. Lehman, who is the co-founder and chief scientist of Hedera Hashgraph, and him along with Mens Herman made Hedera in 2015. So Hedera is a trustable, fast, fair and secure third generation DLT technology where anyone around the world can make powerful decentralized application and can also create tokens and NFTs for their D apps. Hedera has a governing council of 21 most famous and most successful companies of the world like Google, IBM, Boeing, Tata Communications, Wipro, etc. But this is also a drawback which we will discuss later in this video. So this governing council has a total of 39 different industries in it, and these companies are not permanent members, but these members have a limited time of 3 years and can take 2 consecutive terms. Now, these big companies have the power to vote and to decide the direction of the software development in the Hedera Hashgraph. Now, do you really think that companies like Google, IBM have only come to Hedera for voting purposes? Maybe or maybe not, but I think that they have joined Hedera because they are also mesmerized by Hedera's capabilities, and they know how Hedera is a direct competition not just to Bitcoin but the entire blockchain technology. So the reason why I'm saying this is because Hedera is not built on a blockchain technology, but it is built on a new, more advanced and unique technology called as Hashgraph or DAG, which is direct acrylic graph. Now, for your simple understanding, if blockchain is a list of blocks, then DAG is a tree or graph branching out from one another. Now, the journey of its algorithm is quite interesting. In 2012, Dr. Lehman, the co-founder of the Hedera, was searching for a technique by which computers can agree on something very fast and very securely. So he tried very hard to make it happen, and finally in 2015 he found something, and that was the beginning of Hedera. Hedera has a consensus algorithm that works on real life events which we can all relate to, like gossiping. And we all know that gossip travels faster than the speed of light. Now, let's try to understand how this works. So let us consider a group in which there are 5 members: Alice, Bob, Carol, Dave and Ed. Now, Alice will choose a random member, let us say Bob. Then Alice will tell Bob everything she knows so far. So Alice again repeats this information with another member, and Bob will do the same with some other member in their group. And all the other members are now doing the same. So in this way, if a single member becomes aware of a new information, it will spread exponentially fast through the community until every member is aware of it. So in short, in the Hedera Hashgraph, every node is randomly gossiping messages to each node available in the network, and they not only gossiping about transactions but also gossips about the gossip itself. And by this, Hedera can do over 10,000 transactions per second and only take 3 to 5 seconds for completing a transaction as per their website, which is far more than even Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, if we talk about its cost, that is cost per transaction, then it is way cheaper than most of the blockchain networks. And like it has a fixed cost of $0.0001 per transaction, which is far less than Bitcoin, which is $9 or $19 in Ethereum and $22 in Bitcoin, and it also keeps on changing. Also, the energy consumption in Hedera Hashgraph is also very, very low compared to the other blockchains. You can clearly see that Hedera is indeed far better than blockchain technology, but it has got a few problems. Now, before we get to that, if you are enjoying this video, then make sure you hit the like button, and also do not forget to subscribe to this channel, as I will add another undervalued project next week. So make sure you subscribe to this channel. After discussing the plus points of the Hedera Hashgraph, it is clear that it provides fair, fast services to the users, but many experts have questions Hedera on a certain aspect, such as its so-called decentralized governing council. Now, let me ask you one thing. Why did we adopt blockchain in the first place? Because the main purpose of blockchain was not only to provide decentralization, but to provide trust and integrity of the data in the decentralized system. Now, the trust and integrity are the two sides of the same coin, and it ensures the safety of our data from hacking and monopoly of a small group of people, which is happening in Hedera Hashgraph. Now, we have trust in blockchain technologies that our data is complete, consistent, correct, and free of correction and errors. And we also have a safety that a small group of people cannot control the entire blockchain or the entire project. But in Hedera, because of the involvement of several big companies, it is in its governing council, I think all these qualities are lacking behind. And it's a well-known fact that Hedera provides voting rights to its 39 members governing council, and they can only be run by a selected big organizations of the world. And most of them are large multinational companies like Google, IBM, Tata Communications, etc., which are centralized in every sense. Now, this could affect the sole purpose to provide trust and integrity to the users, and also it ends the concept of decentralization, which is the backbone of blockchain technologies all around the world. My point is, this much of involvement of the multinational companies or private firms in Hedera Hashgraph could potentially harm it to become a mainstream crypto platform. And another drawback is that Hedera Hashgraph currently does not have any active reward system, which means that there is no proper reason for the nodes to behave honestly. Although they said that the 2/3 of majority is required in the block confirmation, but still some critics say or believe that it is still possible for bad actors to transmit false data. Now, what if a corrupt message came to the user? This message then gets spread incorrectly throughout the network and will ruin the whole data of that network. Now, another issue with Hedera is that its approach to decentralization. It is decentralized but only on the white paper, but all the rights of the algorithm and are in the hand of Dr. Lehman. He can control and govern the Hedera network as he wants. And one thing I would like to add is, in September 2019, Eric Wall, the CIO of Arcane Assets and a former crypto coder, wrote a detailed post on Medium and raised several questions regarding the claim of Hedera Hashgraph and how it can do 10,000 transactions per second. The questions in this article were all genuine, and if you want to read them, you can check it out, the link in the description down below. Anyways, 2020 was very good for Hedera, and it has made some important partnerships with some very important companies all around the world, and 2020 is so far very good. It has been mentioned by so many figures of the crypto world, and it has done some partnership including Filecoin. Now, there are some genuine concerns about it, and sooner or later it has to be addressed. But still, I think that there is a long way to go, and as the technological advancement is happening all around the world, I'm sure in the future Hedera will grow, and soon in a few years it will reach every corner of the world. I hope you enjoyed this video and you now know what Hedera is. If you did, then make sure you like this video, and also do not forget to subscribe to this channel, as next week I will add another new undervalued project. Thank you so much for watching.